Okay. Well, everybody, thank you for listening. Oh my God, how can I not remember how to fucking start the show? Okay, here we go. I got it. Hello, everyone. Thank you again for listening to another episode of Spectacular. We are a podcast that talks about movies and shit, mostly shit. I am, of course, one of your hosts.
Fucking nailed
But I feel
it.
like when I'm saying thank you again for listening, I feel like that's the end. I should be saying like thanks for no. See, thanks for listening sounds like the end. Okay, how about this?
Like a hey y'all, welcome
here we
to the
go.
party.
I will never. So. You guys can't see it, but I'm fucking poorly dancing. Yeah. So, welcome
You
to
can
another.
just say dancing with
I
you.
get you right there. Here.
Right.
Welcome to another episode of Spectacular. We are a podcast that talks about movies and shit, mostly shit. Of course, I am one of your hosts, Brandon. Fuck you. And then joined by my co-host and best friend, Mike.
That's me.
That is he. And today we are reviewing the movie 16 Candles. So, Mike, why don't you tell us more about that movie?
16 Candles from 1984.
Before I was born.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Written and directed by a John Hughes.
Is he popular? Is he
Hughes.
well known? I don't know.
Hughes.
Hughes.
I think it's John Hughley.
Okay, good.
Grandfather of DL. Starring
one of the original kings of comedy.
Yes.
D.L. Hughley.
He was on that Godfather comedy tour. That's what he was on.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Starring Molly Ringwald as Sam, Michael Schoeffling as Jake, Anthony Michael Hall as Geek,
The Geek.
even though he has a name, whatever. Gedde Watanabe as Long Duck Dong,
Super racist.
Justin Henry as a punk ass kid named Mike, and Heavyland Morris as Caroline.
Wasn't our favorite fucking oh my gosh. She was one of the friends. You said her name earlier. Not Goot. Fuck. It was a woman. It was one of it was Jake's girlfriends. One of the girls that like cut the hair or something like that.
Yeah, Jamie Gertz.
Oh, Jamie Gertz. There it is. Okay.
The Gertz.
The Gertz.
A girl's sweet 16 birthday is anything but special. Her family forgets about it, and she suffers from every embarrassment possible.
I don't know about every embarrassment possible, but I guess to a 16-year-old girl, yes, that is the ultimate thing is, I guess, to be forgotten.
Isn't everything embarrassing?
Well, that's the thing.
As a youth, you want all the attention and none of the attention at the same time?
I think that's being a Leo. Is
that what
you
it
want
is?
you want all the attention, but you don't like it at the same time. Like well, at least me.
As a Taurus, I'm going to stubbornly disagree with you.
Okay, good. So my first two questions about this. First one being, actually, this isn't a question, but
First for you.
Yeah.
How come you have not seen this movie? Because this is like a classic.
It's considered a classic, correct? Yeah. I have seen parts of it over the years, and upon watching it, I've seen a lot more of the movie than I thought.
Right.
But now seeing it all as just one sitting.
Well, like all the scenes, like the underwear scene, the kiss scene, all that stuff. Like you've seen
the stuff that I've for sure seen when he's in the bathroom, he shows the underwear. Yes, I've seen when Long Duck Dong first appeared from the bunk bed.
The tree thing.
Yeah. I didn't see the tree part. I saw with him waiting at the church at the end in his Porsche, and I think I've seen Long Duck dancing with the woman. How she's a little taller than him and stuff like that.
Little.
Okay, sure. And I mean, again, little bits here and there, but not enough to concisely like talk about the movie until now. So first and foremost, I sound a little nasally. I haven't sneezed today. I haven't nothing. I'm not sick. I don't feel anything. So I don't know what's going on here. But anyway, so my first two questions. Why?
Do I think you sound terrible? Yes.
Okay. Why was Molly Ringwald so popular? If in your opinion, like what is it that really like she had a good
run.
A very good run. I would say in like 5-year run, like she was slaying. And then I know she
she was Hughes's
muse.
Hughes's muse.
Hughes's muse.
Hughes's muses. She had like an every girl next door quality, right? So kind of she's like the precursor to like a Jennifer Lawrence kind of, like a Mila Kunis almost, you know.
Think about Jennifer Lawrence though, and Mila even is like. Oh, sorry to hear that you hear that mic stand. Is that like they're quirky, they're fun. Like okay, Jennifer Lawrence, she's super silly. But like, if I think I've told you this comparison. Like, if I were to compare her to any kind of like social media or something like that, she's Tumblr because you get like everything there. It's just a mishmash of shit. But yeah, it's super funny. Twitter too. I've seen so many funny tweets. But like Jennifer Lawrence is like just this super silly person. Well, to me, Molly Ringwald was more just like a bratty.
They're not exactly the same, but
Okay.
it's a relatability as a female lead, as opposed to like the like statuesque like Grace Kelly kind of approach to female lead. You know,
Is that
like
is that a reach? Because I mean, Grace Kelly, that's a long time ago.
no, but that's what I'm saying. Like compared to like, oh, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm like comparing it to old Hollywood.
Okay.
So like you would never have Grace Kelly. Actually, she's pretty cool in a Rear Window. But you know what I'm saying? Like her. Or
I don't
like,
think I saw the original Rear Window. Yeah.
But like a Lauren Bacall, like these just super like star-studded female lead. Like they're like the opposite of that. So she's one of the more relatable. So it's either like super silly, super funny, or like just cool and hip, or nowadays are like starting with like Natalie Portman, like the manic pixie dream, like that sort of like the Zoe Deschanel kind of style thing.
I was gonna say Zoe Deschanel because she's very quirky and stuff too, but she can also do kind of a more serious role if necessary. But I mean, New Girl is by far one of my favorite shows. Like super silly. So the other question, besides Molly Ringwald, why was she so popular, is I don't remember the other one because I didn't write it down. It said the two. That's the first question I wrote. Oh, here it is. I'm sorry. It was the third question. So, because I put creepy kid, but that was in reference to the brother. So, what is the big deal about forgetting a birthday? Because when I was younger, I didn't. I mean, again, I don't know. I'm not. I just don't care about birthdays as much. And it's like, for me, if my parents are on my birthday, I'm not gonna give a fuck. Like, especially my 16th, because the major birthdays are what? 10, 13, 16, 18, 21. In my opinion, 10 years old because you're a double digit, you're a decade. 13, you're now a teenager. 16, I don't really know what makes 16 so popular, but
Driver's license.
okay, I didn't get mine until I was 20. But either way, 18 because you're an adult, a legal adult. 21, you can drink.
Could you go to Vegas?
25, you can rent a car. That was taken away a long time ago. Like you didn't have to be 25, but still. So like, what do you?
You can also be president now, just so you know.
At 25?
Nah, 35.
Okay, that's. Oh yeah, you and I, we can definitely
you
run
can be
now.
president.
So
Get ready, everybody.
would you be
Blue
upset?
waves on the way. No, sorry.
Yeah. Would you? No, man. We're kind of red. No, it's a yellow wave for me. So I understand what you're saying. Like blue. Okay.
Yeah.
So if your parents or somebody forgot your birthday, is this? And let's just say not current, but like when you're those younger years, would you have mattered as much, or would it have mattered as much?
That's a good question. I don't know if I could, because it's happened recently. Not forget, it wasn't my parents, but like certain people you'd imagine you, because like how do you get birthday wishes now? It's text, right?
Yeah.
So I would like look at my phone. It's like 9:00 at night. Like, hey, this person.
Look, I only got 3 texts for the day.
Yeah. One was from my dentist.
No, you get a fucking card in the mail and it's just stamped like it's not even like personalized. But yeah, I got you.
And then one was from my dog groomer, which is technically for my dog, just because I put their birthday as my birthday.
And the last one was from Tony Rama's. They're letting you know you can get a free rack of ribs for your birthday. Oh, no, it's a short rack, half rack, or Chili's. I don't think Tony Rama's around anymore. You can get some baby bags, but only one. You can't get the good flavors. You can only get like the dry rubs. You can't get the wet.
It was from Red Robin, and it was for unlimited fries, but I kind of think it's already allowed.
I like that you said it's a limited fries because they're unlimited fries
I said
too.
unlimited.
I thought you said limited, which I thought that was funny.
Oh, okay.
Here you go. Here's your thing. You have a limited fry because they're unlimited.
Oh.
So anyway, would you have been upset if your parents?
Well, so I'm just so like relating to how I do it now. Like I know it's like, that's weird. They didn't text me, happy birthday. But I mean, I wasn't upset about it.
That wasn't me.
No, it wasn't. That was not.
Okay.
Actually, we go check. It's not.
I'll go ahead and tell you right now. Fuck you. There's no way.
If anything, I forget your birthday way more than you forget mine. But I don't. So I don't believe I would be that upset.
And really quick, I'm horrible at birthdays. Alfonso, I'm sorry. I forget yours all the fucking time. Like, I'm sorry. Continue.
So
also, I'm just kidding.
My son's out there. I'll remember one of these days.
Those sons that you don't know of. Yeah, yeah. All potentially, who knows how many.
Little Miguel,
Mm-hmm.
little Oswaldo. Yeah.
So would it be a bit? Would it be, so if your parents again?
So I don't think because I'm not that kind of person to get kind of upset either. That sort of thing. I guess I sulk. Maybe I would sulk.
Sulking's okay because
Yeah.
as long as you're not crying and sobbing like a bitch. But like, no, there's nothing wrong with crying.
But I don't expect like parties and stuff like that.
Sure.
I'm assuming you're the same way. Like.
Yeah, like so. Only in my youth, I think it was my early 20s. Like my friends took me to the beach, and you as well as many people know, I hate the beach. But they did it.
Sand.
I
It's
do.
everywhere.
But like the thing is, the fact that they did that was a very kind gesture. So even though I hate the
thoughtful.
beach, yeah, I still appreciated it. And at that time, I think what made the birthday so much better was that DNL was still a thing. So the 7 Up upside down, so fucking good. And I would hope they bring that back at some point again, like another decade or so. But it was fun. We were throwing not those cans, but other cans we had the soda we didn't want into the fire, so they would pop. Very immature in my early 20s, and to this day. So very kind, but I mean, I can't think of other times where friends have really like done something. Like family, yes, like they'll surprise me with certain things, but only one time with those friends. So those friends, they knew who they are. They're all dead to me, of course, but like they know who they are.
My buddy made me barbecue a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So,
Was it a
not,
pig?
And not you. So
No.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
The bar has been set high.
I don't. Why did you say hi that way? I actually, as I'm sure you're aware too, am not that good of a cook.
True.
Like I can make some shit, but only a select so many things. Like I can make decent eggs, scrambled, of course, only. No. Do you put milk in your eggs?
If
you're gonna scramble?
Scramble? Yeah, of course.
Because that just makes it a little like fluffier. Okay. Do you?
I don't actually know what it does. I've just seen people do it.
Yeah.
Like I think my dad used to do it.
Yeah.
So that's probably why I do it.
Did you see that fucking video? This woman was like, "Here's how you're doing this." She's prepping all this stuff, and then milk was like the last step before she's gonna do something else, and then it was like it came out all clunky, and she was. And like, but she still posted it online, obviously, because so I don't know if it's fake or not. But again, she's here's how I do this, and she's chopping things, like taking her time with all this stuff. Then she pours the fucking milk, and it's just spoiled. And I loved every minute of it. So I don't think I'd be upset though if people forgot my birthday. Very similar to how you are, where I just very nonchalant. I don't give a fuck. But a part of me probably like, man, at least somebody. But whatever. It's just a fucking birthday. So,
but if I was a 16-year-old girl, yeah, I'm assuming it's important. Yeah.
Sexist much, Mike? Wow.
Thinking more age, not the girl part, but okay. Whatever.
Sure, okay. So this movie was definitely of its time.
Yeah.
There were some things in this movie, like we said earlier when you said long duck dong, some racist points. Like almost every time they said his name or he appeared, there was a gong.
Which I get it. Like that's just an homage to Young Frankenstein, right?
Sure.
But
It's
racister.
Oh yeah, very.
But I mean the Young Frankenstein one isn't great either if you think about it, because it's just a girl, a buxom girl, where their friends like,
Yeah.
So
Again, that's why this is a movie at a time where I don't hold it against it.
Yeah.
Like again, it's not something that I personally would want to see, but at the same time, it's of the time, like the unnecessary '80s nudity, like that one shower scene. 100% unnecessary. It did not do anything to the plot. They could have been admiring that woman as she's just putting on her clothes. She's wearing a bra and underwear, like panties. But yet, she was naked in the shower. But again, movie at the time.
which I saw, it looked like it was a body double. I saw.
Yeah, you didn't see face. Yeah, you definitely didn't see face. So there was the joke too, even like she's I think she said black guy or something like that. Like
she gives the face.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, like what is this? But again, of the time. So I don't
know if that's of the time. That's just kind of just
it's just racist. It is 100%. But you look at movies even from the 80s and Bruce Lee 70s 80s when he was doing movies, and you had what the fuck was his name being Asian face? He was it was a white guy, and he did, I forgot what movie it is, but he did super racist, like Asian. I feel like not Jerry Lewis.
Oh no, you're thinking of Mickey Rooney.
Somebody did. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
But it's still
is
like
that Breakfast at Tiffany. I believe it's Breakfast at Tiffany.
I think you're right. I think it's something like that. Yeah, and it just, again, it's back then in the 80s, those kind of jokes were a little more like, oh, this flies, and just like the homophobia jokes and stuff like that. It's again a little tough to watch now, but then it was
couple F-bombs in the movie. They were a little
right,
jarring.
right, and again at that time, sweet. Like I'm even okay. The Hangover, they said that in The Hangover. They had an F-bomb, like
right,
paging doctor, and
Yeah.
like I chuckled during it too. But also that was when I was a little younger, like more immature and stuff like that. So okay, but like now it's definitely something that I don't use at all or approve of. So to quickly change subjects, did you ever have any notes passed to you in high school, middle school, anything like that?
I believe so. I think it was more see you at sundown.
Yeah, see you in the parking lot. Fuck face.
Get ready for your beating.
Yeah. So that note though, I feel like if I was filling out that kind of information,
So you have to explain what happens.
Okay, so Molly,
She's filling out a sex survey, essentially.
was it a sex one though?
I mean, yes.
Okay, fine. So Sam is filling
Have
out
you done it? Who would you do it with? She means to give it to her friend, but her friend's not paying attention, and
her friend's asleep essentially. Look like
the boy of her dreams,
Jake,
gets a hold of it.
Which okay, let's go back to that real quick though too. So she's filling this out. She kind of looks over her shoulder and looks at Jake. He's looking right at her already. Why is he already looking right at her?
I think everyone in that class is daydreaming. So he's just staring off. And then as she looks, then they make eye contact. So she's like,
it seemed like prior, because when there was a shot they showed prior, and it seemed like he was already looking. I mean, you could absolutely be right.
Yeah, maybe.
You're absolutely right. But and then
I think the point of the story, though, he doesn't even think of her in that way until he
sees the letter. Yeah, the note.
He's like, oh, okay, well, maybe. All right.
Which even then, he's a senior. He has a girlfriend that's a senior. He's pretty close to graduating, I would assume. And she's a sophomore. And he just wants to change his fucking life. Like, now granted, he doesn't like that girlfriend because she just wants to party. She wants to have fun. But like,
I'm getting real like Channing Tatum vibes from him. Like a dullness in the face. Handsome as all get up, but dullness.
You know what I hear? I think he likes to play with like playing cards really well, and he likes to throw them real quick too, like energy blasts, and you get very upset. Yeah, mon ami. I really, I don't see him as a Gambit at all.
God,
like not in the slightest.
No,
I see it more like if I see Gambit, I'm basing it on the animated cartoon, of course, the original animated series, and Gambit was taller, kind of skinny, long, greasy hair, and Channing Tatum's kind of buff, stocky. Not that he's not a good actor or anything like that, but not a Gambit in the slightest. If I was gonna put any kind of person as a Gambit, I would even cast like you didn't see Venom, right? Or not Venom, sorry. You didn't see what's the one that just Morbius. You didn't see Morbius, did you? You did see it.
No.
It was really bad. So I forgot his
say Jared Leto.
God no, the other guy, Matt. He was a Doctor Who. I don't remember this, but I could even see him as I know he's British and that's whatever, but like I could see him because he's taller, skinnier. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So I have passed notes like that, mostly in high school though, not middle school, but they were not like that. I mean, I knew people that were banging by the time I was a freshman, sophomore, and stuff like that. Even people in middle school were already fucking.
Really?
Yeah, it's a bummer.
That kind of bums me out.
Well, the woman that I could think of offhand, of course, I'm not saying any names, but like the woman I could think of, she looked a lot older than she was. Like for all of us, she was already, out of all the women, she was already like full chested. She looked like she was like 16 and stuff when she was like 12. And so there were times when she was getting picked up at middle school from these 17-year-olds and stuff like that. And it was fucking creepy. I don't know why I emphasize that. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I remember a girl like that in middle school. Yeah.
And nothing against it. Like
to the point where when I got to high school in a different city, because we moved, so I didn't go to the high school that corresponded with my middle school. When I got there, I sat down like, hey, how you doing?
Hey guys, nerd. Yeah.
You guys like Deftones?
You guys like Rach?
But the girl who sat right in front of me, she turned around. I'll just make up my name. I'm like, do you know Becky, Sampson or whatever? I was like, yeah. I didn't actually know her. Like, what the fuck? I didn't actually talk to that girl.
Yeah.
But I was aware of her.
Yeah.
And then she even asked, like, oh, is she like slutty or whatever? I was like, I don't know. I don't know her. Maybe.
Yeah. Like, so. Even
but like that's like that shit like crosses like 2 towns over. I'm like, oh my god,
to have a reputation.
Yeah, reputation.
So it's tough because really when the word slut is used, I don't see that as a negative at all. Like slut, like you can do whatever the fuck. If you want to fuck dudes, fuck dudes. Just, it's your fucking body. Smash it up. It's just again, I don't like to use that word as a negative.
That at 14
Oh,
or
I get
13
it.
years
No,
old.
100%. I agree. Like really, even thinking of now, like 14-year-olds like banging and stuff, it's just weird to me. But granted, I'm in my mid 30s, so it's like whatever. I'm closer to 40 than 30, but still, yeah, I don't think it's a negative really. Like just fuck, just be safe. Anyway, what notes do you have about this?
Let's see. We got
Okay, I got another one. Did you ever take the bus? School bus?
Of course, absolutely.
Okay. Do you think
It was panic inducing.
Explain.
So maybe there wasn't enough seats, or they didn't get the right size bus for the number of kids.
They told you to get in the back.
Nobody get in the back. It was next to my water fountain that only I could drink at.
Browns only?
Browns only.
Yeah.
Well, no. So like school bus seats would carry, or for 2 people, right?
Correct.
But it was so crowded that you would have to put like 3 people on them.
Ooh,
right?
that's tough.
So it's like you wanted to get out of class on time so you can get to the bus and get like a good seat, so you're not like the fucking asshole like having to get like one half of a butt cheek on that to get that third seat.
Yeah.
And there was such like panic. There was one time where one of our teachers kept the class late because kids were fucking around. I'm like having like a fucking panic attack. I'm like, guys, I need to get on this bus and you need to shut the fuck up because this shit's gonna be real. And then I think I missed the bus that day and I just walked home. Cried myself all the way home.
Of course.
So
because you're a bitch.
yeah.
So I took the bus 6th grade, and then I think a little bit of 7th, and that was it. Because when I was elementary school, I was close enough I could walk.
You understand this is the bus to school, don't you?
I don't know that reference. Is that Forrest Gump? Okay,
Yeah,
so I
you
did
did,
know it.
yeah.
Okay. So,
Chewing gum.
but I would always want to sit in the front of the bus because I just wanted to get the fuck out. But the back of those, like, or not back of those, but in school, I always sat in the back of the class, like, because being the bad boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, the bus, I just want to be the first one out. I mean, I would be the last one in. I don't give a fuck. I just want to sit in the front, but like all the rough housing and fun shit would happen in the back. But there was one time when I was super young, and I actually used this joke in Man Beast because somebody said it. Like the bus driver stopped the bus one day on the way home. He's like, I need you guys to shut up because there's something coming through on the radio. He needed to hear it, but we're just so loud and rambunctious. And one of the guys yelled like, he's like, guys, keep it down. He can't see. And I laughed so hard. And he was like, he was probably in 8th grade or whatever. But I used that line in Man Beast. I never forgot that because it's super funny. Just like, guys, keep it down. He can't. And the same works the other way. Guys, can you move? I can't hear what they're saying. Like, but it's super fucking. Yeah. But the bus, I did enjoy the bus rides though. Because those bus drivers did not give a fuck. Like we were going over speed bumps, like just hitting them and taking turns pretty quick and stuff. Like they are not getting paid enough.
I always remember bus rides for like field trips. Mm-hmm. Everything took forever to me.
Yeah.
Even though I remember, I think one time we went to Medieval Times and it's only in Buena Park, like down the street. For some reason, I still remember it.
20-minute drive. Yeah.
Like an hour to get there. I don't know why, but we're in actuality, like if we went to like the La Brea tar pits or something, like it's an actual drive. Like it would take some time, but.
I drove to Yosemite from down here. Like we drove to Yosemite, and because that was for 8th grade outdoor ed, whatever it was. And
we went to Arrowhead. It's a lot closer.
Oh, very much closer. Yeah. But like we had not the yellow buses. We were able to get the nicer ones.
Oh, cool.
So they did have like the occasional screens that we can watch. I didn't have headphones, so I had to just. I think I don't remember what they were showing, but I was just kind of like fuck. But yeah,
what was that? 7 hours? 6 hours? 7 hours?
I mean, honestly, I didn't notice because like it was the nicer seats and stuff. If it was the yellow bus, I would have been miserable the whole time. And cell phones.
You chatting with your boys? Were your boys on there?
Cell phones weren't a thing. Oh yeah, we definitely sat near each other and we were being very much like. Looking back at my days of 8th grade to like junior year, that was like prime creep. Yeah. Like it was bad. And
I mean, that's the thing about the movie. Like we talk about how it's a movie of the time, right? Or it's of its time.
Yeah.
Especially with like all like the sexual stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But so like I said, like as an adult, it feels kind of weird watching movies like this. Not weird, but you notice that kind of stuff. But like I remember being a young man, like that is how we sound.
Yes.
Like we're fucking creeps.
I understand that. And that's the thing. Like Okay, so with Michael C. Hall, with the geek,
Yeah.
the way he was trying to advance on Molly and stuff like that, I would not have done that kind of shit. Like he's trying to crawl on her and stuff like that.
Right.
She felt his dick apparently. Like she made a joke of feeling his dick. So like I'm not like that. Like I can't. It's not that I can't. It's just I don't approach women in public and stuff like that. Like I feel like if I did so, there's of course the thought of failure. So that's why a lot of the women that I would date or something like that, I've met through somebody or there's some other way or something like that. And so it's just like, or there's the phone or I met them online, like whatever it is, it's a lot easier to talk to them first. And then you meet them in person. But like as far as I could tell, he didn't know her prior to that day. Would you say so?
Right. From the bus.
Correct. He just approached her from the bus. Like, hey, what's up? And he was sitting uncomfortably close.
Uncomfortably. Yeah.
Very. And,
arm around, all up in her space.
and I can imagine his breath smelling like shit. It's the end of the day. He has the brace mouth, so there could be food in the braces and stuff like that. Like he's probably drinking milk.
No, because I think he said like, oh, he prides himself on good smelling breath.
He did say that in
literally
that car.
says that,
Yeah, in that car, he had the mints or the whatever it was. She thought he was taking out his dick.
Yeah.
So again, yes, looking back at this in my youth, I was a creep too. Not proud of it. Looking at it as an adult, I was like, Jesus Christ. But again, in the
hormones and everything. Yeah.
in the youth now,
That's the thing. Like, you can be a creep because we just are, but you just have to.
It's not just men though. Women are pretty creepy.
Yeah. But you just have to know boundaries and have boundaries and know like when you shouldn't cross them. Yeah.
And that's also that kind of
respect boundaries. That's what I'm trying to say.
And bringing that up right now, that's still a thing to this day that women are still more like told like they can't wear certain things, they can't do this because this guy's looking, or it might make him make a guy uncomfortable. Like who's that? Yeah, fault, why is that her fault? Like it's not her fault. She has a banging body. She wants to kind of like feel confident in it. It's because us fucking dudes are like, oh dude, my cock is getting so hard. Like I'm so engorged right now. Like I can't contain myself. So you need to do something about your body. You need to cover that shit up because your titties are too banging. Like fucking A.
That being said, like some of those lines are pretty rough. Like he calls her fully aged sophomore me. I'm like, oh my God.
Well, I think that he's trying to also show off in front of Jake.
To his buddies,
Or was it was his friends, or was it Jake that he said that? I thought it was Jake.
Oh, he might tell Jake, yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was saying
I'm
Jake.
just saying,
no.
I did appreciate his energy and the confidence is
funny by far.
Like, that's all he's got going for him.
What I have here is like, this kid's way too confident.
Yeah.
And I would always make it seem like I'm confident, like cocky even, but I cannot do what that. And granted, it's all. Let's just say this was real. It wasn't a movie. I could not do that shit. There's no fucking way. Like I'd be one of those kids. I wouldn't go to the dances anyway. That's not my thing. But like if I did, I would be like, "What? Just staying on the side."
I'm outside front, like fucking 50-50 grinding.
There you go. I did a kickflip fucking front board on that rail, and like I was so sweaty. I went in the dance. I got some punch. So
like the principal's like, "Get out of here, you kids." We're like, "Whatever, dude.
Whatever." I front feebled that rail anyway, bro. Suck my dick. I'm gonna go fucking dark slide out of here. And so a dark slide. You know what a dark slide is?
That's where the board's upside down. Correct?
Exactly. You're sliding on the grip. Yeah. So real quick, when I was young, when Tony Hawk's Pro Skater had first came out, like I was fucking hyped, right? Because I was like, oh my god, skateboarding. I played Thrasher's game first, and I was like, this was kind of hard to play, but I like Thrasher a lot better now. So anyway, they came out and they did the dark slide, and it might have been number 2 actually. And I was like, holy shit, I want to try that. And knowing that Rodney Mullen did it, so the first one to do it. So I kept trying to do it on my friend's phone box, and he had made new friends from another school, and he had brought them over that day, and they were kind of making fun of me because I'm trying to do these like, silly tricks or whatever. And I was able to actually do it because I was just half kickflipping onto the box, sliding, and I would just pop it off. I had to just pop it off. I didn't know how to control it because it was upside down, so I just did it. I was able to land it after X amount of try, but like they were making fun of me. Now my friend was like, oh, he's just trying it. But like the other friend, I don't remember I think his name might have been Mike, to be honest.
We're all terrible, so that makes sense.
Yeah, I get it. But he was just talking shit. Now, granted to that guy, he's not necessarily wrong because I get it. Doing those kind of tricks are like
gimmicky.
Gimmicky, exactly. Okay. Kind of gimmicky, but like I don't know if you didn't see that. I was able to do all these other tricks. I was doing crooked grinds. I was doing frontside Smith, feeble. Okay, I'm just not going to mention shit. I was able to do all this other stuff, but.
Your friend's the box you said your friend, that's like the wooden box.
Correct.
Where you just
had an angle iron.
It has angle iron.
It had angle iron one. Remember the white one I had?
No. Yes, I do. Actually,
Yes, you do. And the fucking landlords
Yeah.
tore it up. Those fucks. So that was a good box. That used to be a dresser, and that box was heavy as fuck. But it was because it had all those. It had
But you want it heavy because you don't want it to.
well
tip
that
or
too.
whatever.
But it was also since it had drawers technically already in there. It had the structure inside of it that it didn't have. We didn't have to put more beams inside of it to keep the flat.
Right.
So that was when Savers was closing in Huntington Beach, and my friend Chase and I were like, "Dude, Noah, come pick this shit up." And he did. He didn't have to reinforce anything. He just fucking screwed the angle iron on
Nah,
there.
bro, check this fucking box out, bro. Come fucking swipe it, man.
Swipe it. Just because we grew up in Huntington Beach does not mean I use such fucking lingo. And more or less, his phone call would have been like, "No, I did. Like,
Yeah,
fucking,
yeah.
come get this fucking box, bruh. Fucking." And
It's fucking prime for swiping, bro.
I'm gonna dark side the shit out of this shit. No, I did the dark sides on his old box. He had a lower box. It was like a foot high, but that white one was like a foot and a half, 2 feet. So it was a lot better for like the higher grinds, like the nose grinds and stuff. So anyway, what were you saying? I'm sorry. We're creeps. Other stuff. What else were you saying? I'm sorry.
What else do I have on here? Anthony Michael Hall, not that bad looking a youth, right? Mm-hmm. He's just tiny.
Was he in
That's his issue.
Red Dawn? No, I'm thinking of
remember.
Keep going. Yeah, I don't think he was in Red Dawn.
Right.
But
He's just tiny. I mean, because he's supposed to be younger. I didn't look it up. I wonder how much younger he is than the other actors, but he has to be.
I will tell you in a moment.
few years
So,
younger.
in the old it's C. Thomas Howell. That's who I'm thinking
Yeah,
of.
they look similar.
Yeah. So Swayze, of course.
Swayze, yeah.
R.I.P. Jennifer Grey, C. Thomas Howell, Charlie Sheen, of course. Yeah. Leah Thompson.
It's funny. I've only seen that movie one time.
Fuck, dude. I think you didn't like it. When I first told you I liked the original Red Dawn, you're like, meh. But no,
Sounds about right.
yeah, I greatly like that movie. Wolverines. So you're saying 16 Candles, right? How much younger he is?
Yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't imagine that much younger, right?
He looks so much younger.
Okay.
But there are youths, so
Yeah. So Ringwald currently, she's 54. Ringwald.
What year was she born?
Schoeffler, hold on, 61. Okay. So Ringwald was born in 1968. So
She's 18.
Anthony Michael Hall was also born in 1968.
No way.
Yeah, that's a
they
big.
look like
they
they're
look
like
drastically.
yeah. I mean, even in the movie, they're only a year apart. You know, he's a freshman, she's
Yeah.
a sophomore.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kuzak he's 2 years older than both of them. He was in 66. And Jamie Gertz, she was 65. She's older than
Wait. What year was she born?
Gertz is 65.
No.
Ringwald?
Ringwald.
Let me go back. It's not loading.
66, you said?
Something like that.
Or 68?
Let's see. My computer does not want to go. Okay, there we go. 68.
Oh, she was actually 16.
And so was Michael.
Yeah, okay. That's cool.
That works.
Yeah.
She looked like she could be 20. Like in this. So she looks like she'd be a little older. So
anyway, yeah, so I just thought that was interesting. Cusack, also a good looking young chap. Yeah.
he's always been pretty
playing
good looking.
Playing the nerd.
Yeah.
And then the Jake guy, handsome, looks like Matt Dillon, but just bland in the face.
Very.
And
Again, going back to his character, how he's willing to just drop everything. Like break up with the
that
girl,
I
do all
did
that.
like.
You liked that.
Yes.
Why?
Because he's not like a jock, right? Even though he's doing like those fake push-ups with that
He's just
dude,
a popular kid, yeah.
with that dude who's
That
like
dude was
fucking
definitely a
45
meathead.
years old.
Yeah,
Like,
that
what
dude,
the fuck?
I know. He looked like he had shaved a full beard. Like he had the 5 o'clock shadow. Yeah.
Is he doing push-ups with the PE teacher? Who the
And
fuck
then
is this?
that's the other thing
creepy
too.
fuck?
Like looking at their pull-up bar, I'm like, there's no way if they actually did their weight on that's gonna hold them, because that's just like one fucking metal, like a quarter of an inch, if that thick. No fucking way. But anyway,
But no, just as a character, it's interesting to see him going through, because he has at least what she would think would be the perfect life, right? Rich parents, cool car,
Porsche, Rolls
pretty
Royce.
girlfriend, everything. But that's not
popular, pretty
right,
girlfriend.
popular. But that's not the life that he wants.
Yeah, because she just wants to party, have fun, and he apparently just doesn't. He wants to go to
wants
school.
love.
Yeah,
He's a romantic.
what a fucking pussy.
Right.
So, what a fucking bitch. But that's the thing. How does he know he can get that with fucking Ringwald? He knows nothing about her. All he knows is she wants to fuck. She is fucking sopping wet and wants to fuck. And that's what he saw. He saw the fucking note, and he's like, "Oh, I can go to Pound Town with this." And then even the girlfriend was like, "I can get 20 different guys." Like, just
Yeah.
that's a toxic dynamic, but still.
But I think it's more their like nonverbal like stares and cues that they're taking from each other. So it's like when she turns around and looks at him, it's like that spark that they see in each other.
I think what it's called is the it's a meet cute of a erection. They're scintillating
his
loins.
erection meeting the inside of his jeans.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just grinding against another skate term, grinding against the inside of his pants. Assuming that he wears underwear though, so it could be grinding against
The tip of his penis is dark sliding the inside of the zipper. I dig it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's what he's doing is a rocket air through his briefs, and he's doing a double fakie ollie grind on the seam of his pants. So the racism we briefly spoke about, and the gong and everything, like,
well, that's the thing about the movie, which is not, it's different. It's his first movie that he directed, John Hughes.
okay,
So it seems
written and he wrote and directed this, but it's his first movie he directed.
correct. Yeah. Yeah. Because I think he'd written Vacation already and stuff like that. But it's not the same dynamic as like Pretty in Pink and Breakfast Club. Like this seems more straight on comedy, or at least it has more like straight ahead comedy bits, right? Would you agree?
I would say so.
Like the Joan Cusack character is literally just comic relief the entire time. She doesn't, I don't think she has any lines. Just moans.
She doesn't. Yeah, she tried to do the drinking fountain. She's nodding to him in the bus. The beer he was trying to drink, and those kind of cuts, those inserts, kind of threw me off a little bit. To be fair, but I know they're there for the teen angst and like to be silly. But it was, to me, it was
like it's a lot silly. So like it's her. Long is also like just all comic relief, right? He's like just like the crazy character that comes
giggling. Yeah. He's like you and I had mentioned. He's using the utensils as chopsticks. Like I don't know if they're spoons or forks, but he had them together like chopsticks. Yeah, I would say so. Like the stuff he's saying, like to be not like he doesn't know certain things of like the culture and stuff like that, and that woman that he was dancing with,
which is fine. Like I don't mind those jokes, like the learning culture jokks.
Okay.
Like that's fine. Like if you don't know, you don't know. Like it's
because if you don't know, now you know,
exactly.
Mike.
But it's like the gong joke, you know, it's whatever. The little kid being kind of racist, like that's little kids.
They kept calling him Chinaman.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
not
rough.
great.
No, it's not. Good, not a good look. But again, sort of that time. Because again, you couldn't do that now. You can do it now, but it's not going to be well received. But in the 80s, I'm sure they're like, ha 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 ha, that's stupid Chinaman.
Yeah.
What was the ankle straps that the grandpa was wearing? Is that the hold up socks?
The garters?
Is that what the
man garters?
Is that for the socks though?
I believe so. Yeah.
Just to hold them up?
Sure. I don't wear them. I don't know.
Okay, I just thought you might.
What do you wear suspenders for?
I don't. But I think that you don't wear a belt, right? It's just another way to hold up your pants. Was that Oingo Boingo playing in their high school?
The band playing?
Yeah.
No.
Are you sure? It sounded like fucking Elfman, but because that's the thing. What I was gonna say was,
okay,
there's many 80s movies that had Oingo Boingo in them. Back to School, one of my favorites from the 80s, which also very not correct right now in these days. But Oingo Boingo was in that. I can't think of the other ones right now, but I swear though. But I feel like it was Oingo Boingo, but I could absolutely be wrong. I'm never really wrong.
I mean, it was just a lot of, I heard a lot of ska.
It might have been No Doubt.
I think
it was Brian Setzer's orchestra. He's not ska, is he?
No.
What is he? Rockabilly?
Yeah.
Okay. Brian Setzer's orchestra. That's a fucking deep cut. I haven't heard that name.
Wait, he does the end song, doesn't he?
Which one? Elfman?
No, Stray Cats. They play 16 Candles. 16 Candles. Anyway, it's over the credits, whatever.
Okay. But I thought it was
you could hear, I'm like, because I was like taking notes at the end of the credits, and then I hear like a fucking crazy guitar. I'm like, what the fuck? And I look up and literally says like Stray Cats. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I knew was gonna play it, but Brian's gonna be playing it.
Did Stray Cats? Did they do Dire? No, who did Dire? Who was Dire Straits?
Dire Straits was the band. They did Sultans of Swing.
Okay, you're right. Yeah, Sultans of Swing. Okay, I got it.
And then money for
yeah, I'd have to hear it. Who sings that one?
Microwave. That's Dire Straits.
Okay, let's keep it that way. So, I do like those Oldsmobiles. Oldsmobile. The one
Olds.
that the Dong is driving. I think that was an Oldsmobile. I like the way those cars are. Like they're great. But that Porsche though, fuck. Like it's like a 944. 949. How would you say it? Is it 944? I just said 944.
I think it's a 944.
Okay. Just because it's a 911, like you would say that, not okay. But that's a beautiful fucking car. But he said in the movie when he's taking the roles, he's like, yeah, you don't know how to drive manual. But then when Jake goes to drive off later, it did not seem like he was shifting unless he knows how to perfectly just go. I'm not to say that you can't do that, but like it seemed like he drove.
Yeah, but if it's a Porsche, it's not going to be in the 80s. It's not going to be automatic, right?
I don't know. I don't know if they made autos back then for Porsches.
That's a good question.
Yeah,
I don't know.
but again, he accelerated like it was nothing. Not to say I've done those accelerations with
He's on flat land. He can do it.
maybe. And I think I'm just accustomed to my from going. Yeah, just a little, I would feather a little bit, get the little, and then I would go. But that's just how I drive manual. Well, until I got to know the clutch better. Until we start to make love with our feet and stuff like
Gotta feel.
You taught me how to drive
feel
manual.
it in the feet.
You feel it in the feet, then you feel it in your genitals.
I feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my toes.
Would
that
you?
should have been the song.
Would you?
Since we're on music, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Ask what you're
No,
gonna.
go ahead. You're talking.
A lot of music on here. The musical cues, super fucking loud.
Yeah.
True.
What was the?
Just
They had the
agree or
one
disagree?
super. Besides the gong, the one thing that kind of fucked me up was when she flicked off the shoes. Like
Yeah, a lot
and
of
I was
side,
like, ugh.
side effects.
Yeah.
or sound effects. Sorry. Yeah.
yeah, I did not like
Boing,
that.
boing, boing, boing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of those.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair to that, it made me think of like Airplane, like it's not a Sucker
Brothers?
Suckers, yeah. But not a fan of those things. Those are they called stings? No, whatever.
Yeah,
Sound
sound
effects.
effects.
I know sound effects, yes, but okay. What were you saying?
Yeah, a lot of like musical stings and stuff like that. From like I heard Twilight Zone, right? There's like the Naked Gun one.
The do 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 do.
Yeah.
But she said Outer Limits, which is funny because she said,
Outer Limits.
well, Outer Limits wasn't that. That was Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Do 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 do. But Outer Limits was more like spookier sounding. But continue.
But there was like the Naked Gun one. That.
I fucking love it.
The Godfather.
Which that was gonna say, like, were they supposed to be established as those were Italian, like, sort of mobsters?
Yeah.
That other family. Yeah, that was. I mean, I wasn't keen on that.
What else is on there? Oh, when she's crying in the car when they're in the auto shop.
Yeah. Was she crying? I thought she was sulking.
Okay, whatever.
She's crying in the hallway,
Right. Well, when they had their scene in the car together.
trying to mount her.
They're playing Lenny by Stevie Ray Vaughan, so I was like, all right, I can get behind this.
I don't think I know what Stevie Ray Vaughan sounds like.
That's fine, but it's
Again, you're more the
a
music.
real guitar-y song. Like, oh, that's I never heard it in a movie before, so I was pretty excited.
So you like the music?
I like the music. It was jarring because it was so like
I thought that was the sound effects.
no like when the music would come in, it was like
Oh.
really loud to me.
I thought you were saying about a sound effects.
Well, it's funny because I watched it. What did you watch this on? I watched this on Amazon. You just watched it on the interwebs,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah. Oh, really sorry about that, everybody. Because when we chose this movie, at that time we believe it was free on Hulu, but then now you have to have a stars. So if you try to watch it now, unfortunately, you need the stars add on to whatever you're watching with, unless you have, you can find it online like I did, or you have Kodi or whatever it is, and you can stream it. But anyway,
What was I gonna say?
music loud.
Yeah, so I watched it on Amazon through that stars thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if like the transfer or whatever, the presentation of it was that great.
Yeah.
Only because I noticed it with the music was the levels were just uneven. Maybe it's just, did you notice that at all or no? It seemed
What
fine.
I had noticed, well, there was times where it seemed like it was quiet when it shouldn't have been.
Okay.
Like when she was what was she doing when she was writing her note answers? Like I almost heard no noise, and I was like, shouldn't I hear at least kids snoring or something like that? But then I heard her crumple the paper and everything and fold it. So I was like, well, I hear those normal. So, or when Jake was like, hi, and he tried, like when she's grabbing the coats, there was like nothing there either, and I was like, is there supposed to be something here? But whatever.
Okay. So
to be fair, to answer your question, I'm sorry, I did not notice.
Okay. So I noticed it at the end of the movie. So this movie essentially builds to someone who had never seen it before. We know it for its iconic scenes, like we said earlier, right?
No, I don't recall you saying that. You might have said that, but what iconic scenes?
So like the kiss over the
candle.
birthday cake.
I said candle. Yeah.
Yeah. So like essentially the movie entirely builds to that, at least for me. So I don't know if I was watching just a bad version of it because one, it's super quick. Super quick. Right? Did you notice that as well? Like
the movie? Oh, 100%. It progressed very quickly, which is I was glad because I wasn't really looking forward to watching this movie. Not to say that I never really heard bad things about it. It's just like a rom-com really, but it went by quick, so I was thankful because like barely an hour and a half.
Yeah, but I'm talking like specifically the end scene.
Oh, how she's like thanks,
like
and
he
he's
literally
like
says, you know, like did you make a wish? She's like, oh,
it happened.
It actually is coming true.
Yeah.
And maybe my TV was too dark. It just seemed super dark, and then it went by really quick. So I didn't get the feel, like I knew it should have been there, but maybe I just wasn't feeling the romance in that scene.
They barely know each other. You're probably picking up on the fact that they're fucking strangers to one another. Like, yeah, they go to the same school. Yes, she knows who he is. Yes, he
yeah,
kind of
but
knows
that initial spark of romance should be intense.
So they should have already been fucking then.
No, that's not what I like. It should be her butt cheeks in the cake, is what you're saying.
Like he lifted her up on the table to go to Pound Town, and
he's just all the cakes.
Yeah, so it's the cake remnants are creeping into her vagina as he's like just slamming it.
It sounds like a yeast infection.
Oh, 100%. Like all the eggs that are in that fucking eggs and milk and stuff just going in. Not to mention the frosting and stuff like that. Like all the sugar that's in that. Yeah, 100% yeast infection. UTI.
Yeah, exactly. So like I said, the movie just wasn't kind of what I thought it was going to be.
Good.
Yeah, that too.
It wasn't bad.
It was fine.
Yeah.
But it was a lot more like silly comedy and not as much romance. Or the romance was like little bits, like you're saying. Like they don't talk a lot, like you're saying.
Right.
It's all like non-vocal.
What I'm saying is, they don't know each other at all. Not to say that love isn't blind, like that you can't do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but movies are a visual medium. Like you should, even if it's brand new love, like all fucking loves in movies are brand new loves.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They should have already been fucking. Like, they're in that honeymoon phase when you first start, right? It's just pounding out, pound, and then you slowly.
But it's intense. It's a high stakes love. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Because he's gonna go off to college and never talk to her again. Yeah. And she's a sophomore that's gonna have to stay behind. No, that's the high stake, right? Like, does she go with him to what? College, like you said, assumably this takes place in Chicago because like all John Hughes movies. So like he's gonna go to. I can't name a school in Chicago, Illinois, fucking college.
You can go to University of Chicago. That'll work.
There you go. I couldn't think of fucking. Why did I use the
Urbana campus?
Okay, and
I think that's in Illinois. I don't know.
She has to decide if she wants to go to. So
no, but I'm just saying like that the end scene kind of let me down. Just me personally, as a romantic myself, it just let me down a little bit. But I think it might have actually literally been like. The presentation I was watching because it was super dark and I could see like the candles, but I was like, oh, that's it. And they kiss once and then boom, just freeze frame on whatever. Then just
freeze frame. So again, it was quick. Sure. Like at that end little thing, it's like, hey, happy birthday. Thanks. And dun, and they go on to live a happy life. But it just, the little thing about it to me was like I explained, like you said too, they barely know each other. They barely talk to one another. He knows nothing about her.
She's fucking 16 years old. How well should she know him?
Well, I would assume if I'm gonna date somebody or do whatever, I'm gonna trust them to go to their house alone while his house is still trashed. I would want to know if I'm gonna be alone and a teenage woman and stuff like that. I would want to know where I'm gonna tell my friends, hey, this is where I'm gonna be, all this shit. So that way, it's like if something happens, because that's the unfortunate world we live in nowadays.
You worried about yourself?
Always.
You little bitch.
At the end of the day, all that you got is yourself, buddy. So the girlfriend of Jake's says to the geek that they fucked. It didn't seem to me like they fucked.
Did not. No,
they absolutely did not.
No,
but she was like,
way.
I think we did. And he's like, oh, was I good? Like he was not inebriated in any way, shape, or form. She 100% was. So really, if anything, if that happened, like if they smushed, like he's obviously took advantage of it. But there's no way they did.
I mean, I was like cringing that entire time.
Yeah.
Like
he's taking pictures with her.
Passed out girl, like in a car, drunk. Like, I don't like where this is heading. Luckily, it was just a silly picture. Like that's fine.
Yeah. Like I know how to use my fucking camera. A Polaroid camera they're setting up on a tripod. Like what is this?
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah. I mean.
Also taking like fucking 8 minutes to get it. Press a fucking button. What the fuck are you doing?
Instant. You see instant gratification with
They
those
could have
cameras.
taken it from the window.
But they're setting up on tripod, which Polaroids are not known for their length. Like, you know, you want to be pretty close with those things because they're not like a telephoto lens or something like that. So that was a horrible photo. But I did think that was silly. Like, you just see like the edge of his head. I know what I'm doing, and it takes nothing. So they didn't fuck. There's no way they did.
No way.
And because I would say, even though the kid's a creep, I would say he still respects.
He's young enough where it's not okay, but I don't know. She said they did.
Right. He doesn't even know. It's kind of up in the air. Like, did they smush? And if they did,
if anything, she's older than him, so she took advantage of him.
That's what I was about to say. Like,
no, he wasn't
if
drunk.
anything, she knows.
It's not.
If anything,
she was the drunk one. That's
she knew what she was doing. She knows how to fucking fuck more because she's been fucking Jake, so she already knows how to ride that guy's dick. I don't know what adjective I was trying to use. So
his long dong.
Do you wear?
I get it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Do you wear a robe? Do you have a robe?
No.
It made me feel uncomfortable. The dad wearing a robe. Other people wearing robes. Like, I understand they're just towels, really, but I do not like the appeal of those things. I don't get it. Like, I'm not a fan. I would just dry myself off with a towel real quick and then jump into some real clothes and get into bed if I'm cold.
Yeah, like I don't understand that transition. Like, is it just you're just in your
You
underwear and undershirt when you get out of bed, and then you put your robe on, walk around the house for an hour,
I guess,
before you take a shower to get ready for
kind
work?
of keeps you warm, but then also if you get out of the shower, you can just put that right on.
Yeah.
So it's like, is it a towel?
Do you dry off with a robe instead of a towel?
That's what I thought you can do with those things. That's why I thought they were the way they feel and the softness of them. Like,
because like girls.
Yeah, but no, but.
Girls wear like silk robes. You can't
Those are
dry off
different. Those
a
are different.
silk
Those are
robe.
those are different. Sure, those are supposed to be sensual, the sexified.
Sensual,
But like the one the dad was wearing, I think the grandpa's even wearing one. I thought those were more for like the leisure.
Oh, the fucking creepy grandpa in the fucking salmon shirt. Like,
Yeah.
I do not enjoy that at all.
I did like that one grandpa that when the sister was at the altar and she threw the veil over, he went like he like chuckled. And now, granted, that guy's a fuck, but like I did like his own. And but no robes. I don't get them. You know what I also don't get? Wind. What the fuck's up with wind? Just kidding. I just want to see your face.
What?
Yeah, blankly look at me. Yeah. The movie is of its time. Oh,
everyone's terrible in this movie, correct?
Yeah.
The dad's okay.
Dad,
eventually.
what I was gonna say
when he has to talk with
the
her.
market, the exact spot where I'm at is like that was very cool of the dad to be like, "Hey, I'm sorry, honey. Like we forgot." Like he like I couldn't even sleep. There was something, and he caught it, and she said, "It's okay, Dad." But the creepy thing about that scene was when he was saying goodnight, he kissed her neck, like 'cause she like sat forward to hug him, and like she didn't kiss, but he went like kiss like right at the base of her neck. That was weird to me.
Okay.
Like that's too far to
I
like
understand.
cheek, not neck, not
Forehead.
shoulder. Yeah, cheek, forehead. Nope. So he probably won't.
I mean, even a peck on the lips is better than like sensual neck
if
kiss.
it's a woman, if it's a mom to daughter or a mom to son, lips is fine. Dad to son or dad to daughter, I think that's a little weird. I don't know why.
It's a little weird. I understand, but it's better than like a sexy neck kiss.
No, I get it, but that's the thing too. And knowing its parents, that's okay. Uncle, aunt, absolutely not. Never lips. Like that should always be cheek. But like, again, I
It's
don't
a
know.
lot. I mean, there's a few of those moments.
Like,
Like,
I gotta unwrap some of this stuff because he probably wanted to fuck his daughter. Like,
well, no, that's what's like. I just didn't want any like creepy grandpa jokes because I was getting those vibes from that grandpa. Luckily, it's the grandma that grabs her boobs, so that's okay, I guess. But I did not.
can't believe I got
I didn't
felt
like, I
up
didn't
by
like
my grandma.
Yeah, I didn't like that guy's energy at all. I take solace in the fact that he's probably dead.
Oh,
because this movie is
100%. This
30
movie's like
years
40
ago.
years old. Yeah, he's 40 years old. Yeah, he's got to be dead, buried, and eaten by some worms by now or something like that. Whatever.
They've taken his gravestone and smashed it with
The
rocks.
youths?
Yeah, the youths.
Yeah, it's the Ringwaldaholics. So the people that are just diehards for her.
I think I told you about that Jimmy Savile documentary. It was like some British radio and TV announcer.
No, we watched the trailer and he was like fucking the kids or whatever.
Yeah. So he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But people didn't actually know, like the full blown
Until after he was dead,
Until
or-
after he was dead. So he had like this huge, like black shrine tombstone that they had, and they fucking
Tore it up.
tore it up, and it's fucking removed like the next day.
Good.
So that was good. That was good to see.
Yeah, you and I watched the trailer of it, and like he had the blonde hair or whatever like that, and you're like, oh yeah, there's like a huge thing about him, and just watching it, and these people are like, not unbeknownst to them, he's just raping all these like kids and shit like that. And, I was like, ugh. And then, like,
Oh, he donated to all these hospitals.
right. But
But he also had like a weird office, and he was allowed to like roam the halls like whenever he wanted.
whenever he
I'm like,
wanted, he had a
what?
lock on his
Wait,
door.
what?
Yeah, he could be in there with the patients and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Very suspect. Matt Lauer, like, even like has a little lock on his door on his fucking desk.
Is that what he had?
Lauer had a lock. Yeah.
Fucking piece of shit.
Like, how did that even happen for so long? Katie had to have known all that shit's happening and no repercussions, but he had a lock at his desk. He's never gonna. I hope he never comes back.
Oh, did you read about that stuff about Harvey Weinstein's dick?
No.
Like it's all it was gangrened, like he had some infection.
Perfect.
So like
currently or a while ago.
I mean, they're like describing like, oh, it was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Like I've never seen genitalia.
Gangrened?
Well, like he had an infection or something like that. So it's one of those things where they had to like relocate his testicles to like inside his legs so he didn't lose them or something. His dick hole was it's all fucked up.
Good.
And they're like, oh, you can look at photos of what this condition is. I was like, not today. I'm not gonna look what that shit.
Put that on my browser history. Don't worry, fine. I got a VPN. It's okay.
But the same thing, like especially that podcast that gets all these people, like it's him. He's the piece of shit. Like we know that for sure. But like it's all those people around him that helped him get away with this for so long, enabled him. You know,
Yeah.
all the people and like
It's
the owner of like the Inquirer that would like print terrible stories against his enemies just to keep, you know, whatever.
Yeah. It's a power, right?
It's power.
At some point it's gonna come tumbling down, and I'm glad it did for these people. Which just makes you think too, like what a, you know, even what's that movie with the three blondes where it had a bombshell?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like same
Fox
shit.
News one, yeah.
Yeah, same shit for like that. That's
Roger
like
Ayers.
I don't know. So again, I'm glad Matt Lauer and these other guys are not of their
in power anymore.
Yeah, because they're just scumbags. But so this movie, 16 Candles.
How do we get there from here? Oh, the Prayer of Grandpa.
Yeah, per grandma. Was there any other notes that you have about this movie?
I think that's kind of it. I mean, it's mostly complaints.
Like what?
But I do no like the loud music, the dark scenes in the end, the racial stuff.
I was going to say racial undertones, but they are not undertones.
Yeah,
in
they're
the slightest.
overtones,
They're very overtone. They're, if anything, they are peaked. Like they're just too loud.
So how does like compared to like his other movies? It's okay.
I haven't seen a lot of his movies. I know his movies. I haven't seen did he do Pretty in Pink?
Yes.
I haven't seen that.
Okay.
We're doing
It's
that
good too.
Yeah, we'll say what we're gonna watch for the next movie. But I've seen Home Alone, but he didn't direct that one. We wrote it. I have seen
Vacation.
National Lampoon's.
Right.
The first one, correct?
Yes.
Christmas. No, it's not Vegas.
No.
Yeah, the first one's
No, the first one's Vacation to Wally World.
okay. Then yes, I've seen that one. Can you name a few more?
Uncle Buck.
Yes, I've seen Uncle Buck.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
I've not seen Planes, Trains.
I think he directed. Was it Curly Sue? He did.
Curly Sue, baby. No, not that one.
Trying to think what else he did. Mr. Mom. He wrote that
With Michael
with
Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
Okay. Was that his first movie?
It was one of. I think he wrote Vacation and Mr. Mom, and then he got to direct
Ferris Bueller.
Ferris Bueller.
Weird Science. Breakfast Club.
Pretty amazing.
Pretty in Pink. Oh my God, he almost looked like what's the author currently? Stephen King. Kind of reminded me of Stephen King vibes a little
He's
bit.
dead though.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, looks like. So let's see. Teen films. Okay, so unproduced screenplays. He did Jaws 3. It was called Jaws 3, People Zero.
Shut up! No way.
That's what it fucking shows right here.
love it.
It was a parody sequel. Okay, so let's see his actual fucking movies. Okay, so here we go. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, or I'm sorry, National Lampoon's Vacation, 16 Candles, Weird Science, Pretty in Pink, Breakfast Club, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Oh my gosh.
I mean, Weird Science.
Planes, Trains
is a little tough too, but
yeah,
that's a quality Bill Paxton performance.
Fucking in the end when he gets he's like the giant sludge or whatever. He did Curly Sue. You're right. Uncle Buck. Yeah, She's Having a Baby. But then written, oh my God, he wrote so much.
So much stuff.
So National Lampoon's Crash.
Well, I believe Curly Sue was the last movie he directed. So everything else after that is he just.
So he wrote Beethoven.
Yeah.
He wrote Home Alone 2, Dennis the Menace, Baby's Day Out, Miracle on 34th Street, 101
good.
Dalmatians, Flubber.
Yeah.
Home Alone 3, that's a tough one. Reach the Rock, and then Just Visiting.
The Rock.
The Rock. Welcome to the Rock.
To the Rock.
That movie still holds up in my book.
So fucking good.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of Rocket Man? Or like, I don't listen to that soft rock pussy shit. Yeah. You are the Rocket Man.
You're the Rocket Man.
Yeah. And then producer, he actually produced a lot
I
of
want to
movies.
get some fucking rockets.
Yeah. That movie, I still feel for Ed Harris a little bit.
Just go home and fuck the prom queen.
But Ed Harris is old as fuck in that movie,
Yeah.
too. How is that guy not
He's
dead?
He's
I need to
fucking
just search up his
80.
genitals. We need to look up his cock. We need to know it. But
I know one thing. They look better than Harvey Weinstein's. I know that much.
There you go. You can go on a limb and say that. Did you see that they canceled Westworld?
Yeah.
I was kind of upset about that because this is supposed to be the last season, the next one coming up. But I'm kind of glad they did because that fourth season didn't make any fucking sense to me. And they should have ended it on the. So let's just say out of 8 episodes, I think it was 8. They should have ended it on the 7th ending because that ending was fucking legit. Where Ed Harris is walking into the town as it's fucking burning down and shit. They should have ended right there. But then they had to have more meaningful, more fucking shit. But all the main characters, the cast, is still getting paid, which I thought was good. So Harris, Tessa.
I don't give a fuck about them. Like, how's the crew? Is the crew getting paid?
No, it's just that they only have the main characters. So Aaron, Tessa.
Not that everyone like they're not the corporation. Like they still deserve to get paid too. That's not what I'm saying. But like
it'd be nice.
Is the catering company getting fucking paid?
Yeah.
The VFX crew, are they getting fucking paid?
Mm-hmm. And those VFX were really good for that season too. There's a few times where I'm like, ooh, that needs to be like shaded a little differently or something. I'm not some fucking expert, but still, I'm an expert. So John Hughes, though, he's done a lot of fucking movies. So he's from 82 till about 2001. So solid.
So like I said,
20 years.
this was his first movie, and it's funny. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I wish that the emotion just landed a little more for me.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna look up like clips on YouTube just to see if it looks different.
Okay.
'Cause maybe it would have hit a little harder for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Like hit your cervix.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hit me right in my ovary.
Give you your period. Yeah. So the next movie that we're going to watch is called.
Wait, I'm sorry. So did you like it though?
Oh, Pretty in Pink?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
16 Candles. I would say I enjoyed it, but if I was watching it in the sense of when it came out, right? Like watching it now, I could not enjoy it. But like knowing that it's from this certain era, sure. Again, if this kind of movie came out currently, I would not have liked it.
But like I don't really enjoy because this seems closer to like not exactly, but like
I
closer
thought you were
to
gonna
like,
say pornography. I was like, whoa.
well, but like closer to like it's not as bad, like I said, but like closer to like Porky's and like Animal House than
Sure.
it is to like Breakfast Club and Pretty in Pink. Would you agree with that?
Like
it's just more.
I hate to say it, but no,
raunchy.
because this wasn't that raunchy to me. Like raunchy for sure. Animal House, like that's fucking.
That's what I'm
raunchy.
saying. Like those are way over the top.
Gratuitous titties, like stereotype.
but like on a spectrum,
it's right in the middle.
It would lead
right in the middle to me.
Okay.
Because if you okay, so let's just say this side of the spectrum, you got Porky's, you got Animal House, Revenge of the Nerds, even like all over here.
Yeah.
And then on this side of the spectrum, you got like. I'll say like Pretty in Pink, Breakfast Club,
yeah.
more complete movies. It's like more right in the middle because it does have that kind of like silliness that Animal House and stuff, but it's not the raunchiness.
Right.
But yet it did have a little that one quick shot of titty.
But even like the humor, it's more sophomoric. I guess you can say, like the long stuff, like all that stuff is silly.
Mm-hmm.
The drunk girl in the car, the sister drunk or high on
drugs,
pills at the wedding.
Which she did a really good job with that, like how she was
good.
like inebriated and stuff like that. Yeah, that was pretty good to me.
But as opposed to like where Breakfast Club and that sort of stuff like has just more like pathos, right? Some more like emotion.
Still, I would say it's in the middle, closer to the Breakfast Club kind of stuff, less closer to the Porky. Only because the Porkies are just it stands out for
I understand, but I'm like those are like I'm just saying like on a full spectrum.
Okay.
Like that stuff, like I would lean it slightly this way, but not because of the raunchy, just the kind of the like the not the themes, but you know what I'm saying, just like the comedic stylings. Okay. I would say.
I get it. I still disagree with you,
okay,
but that's fine. So, but again,
you're allowed to be wrong.
Yeah. Again, if I were to put myself in the shoes of watching this at this time, I greatly enjoyed it. I did enjoy it now, but only because I know it's a movie of the 80s. So. I wouldn't watch it again now. I have no ever desire, but
that's the thing. Like I can watch Breakfast Club anytime, right? Even right after watching this, like I threw on Pretty in Pink because it just, even she's like just more like magnetic in that movie. But you know, it's his first movie, so it's fine. But
Got to get those first movie jitters out.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. So again, the next movie we're going to watch, you're welcome, Megan. They Came Together, which is available on Amazon Prime. It is free on Amazon Prime. I had looked, and as a precaution, I will. Oh, you know what? So it's free if you have Freevee.
oh my god!
But
Damn it,
it's
Megan.
free. Yeah, it's free. Well, you can now watch it with ads. But I'm sure if you,
Okay, that's fine.
it's only an hour and 20 minutes. That's a fucking quick watch. So with commercials, you're probably looking at an hour 40. But it came out in 2014. So anyway, if you'd like,
What?
yeah,
Really?
yeah. So if you'd like to make any suggestion, that was in what, Parks and Rec was out still.
Oh my god!
That was like a prime Paul Rudd too. He's still, I mean, he hasn't made a bad movie in wash. Yes, he has. What was that one, Wanderlust with Jennifer Aniston? Ugh. Anyway, so the movie is called They Came Together. It's free on Amazon Prime. You can use it with the Freevee app. I'm sure if you have Kodi or something like that, you can find it for free as well, or somewhere you can find it. Thank you for listening. You can make recommendations for us at our website, which is spectacular.com, or you can email us at spectacular@gmail.com. And Mike, why don't you take us away?
Oh my god! There's like a list of songs that was on here. Oh, they do True. So ba 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 ba. We're watching movies with you. Ba, ba, ba. Spectacular.
Good luck with a guy DJ moving like this.